Welcome back, everybody! I hope you're all excited after witnessing that wonderful set of races. And now we're about to have another pair of amazing races. My name is Demon Battler, and we are about to start up with our next round, which is Moonlit Angel versus Yumi. Should be getting ready just a moment. Alright, so we're about to go ahead and let them off. Alright, the flag has been dropped, so they should be starting any time now. So everybody, get your guesses in for what the first world's going to be. Personally, I'm going to take a guess that we're going to see World 6 as a start. Alright, let's see. We got a World 1 guess. We got a World 4 guess. Got a World 3. And the traditional reverse world order suggestion. Let's hope for the best on that one. So as a quick reminder, hands will always grab. Locks can be broken with the hammer. And generally, pretty much all of the other mainstays of the flag set are in effect for this round. So let's see who we start with. And it's a World 3. Marky Mark got it in 1. And right off the bat, spot on. Oh boy, I told these two to be ready because they're gonna have two of my seeds, and oh boy, I did not disappoint right off the bat. So it looks like Moonlit decided to use her tail right off the bat, Yumi deciding to go without a power-up. And so far it looks like the enemies aren't showing up, so that kind of makes it a little easier here. Nice little warm-up moment is all. So right now it looks like Yumi has a very slight lead going out of this. And checking the pipe. Oh, okay. So the first pipe leads directly to the castle, but there is a lock in the way. So they're gonna have to go explore for a little bit to try to find the right fort. And it's the Navy. Get your salutes out. The question is, are they going to save Bob or are they going to kick Bob? Both deciding to save Bob. Good choice. Three hits, and just like that, our runners are currently synced. Now let's see if this is the answer. Alright, survey says it was not. Okay, so they're gonna have to both go back and find the other fort. Oh, you're correct. That's true. This is a 3-forter. So they're gonna have to pick a level no matter what here. Let's see. A little bit of divergence. Moonlit's in 5-5, and Yumi's in 5-4. But taking a slight shortcut in 5-5. All right. All right, Yumi collecting a second star. And let's see what this next fort's gonna be. Ooh, the ice fort. 6F2. And oh, Moonlit takes a hit and loses her tail. And Yumi takes a hit but gets his his mushroom back. This is a very good start to the race right here. Both of them are super close to each other. And almost staying in sync at this point. And it looks like we have a 5-hit Boom Boom here. So let's see. Is this fort gonna be the answer? It seems we'll find out in just a moment, but first we got ourselves a Hammer Bro to deal with. It's just a music box. But that's okay. That could be used to stop them a little bit later down the road and slow things down. So... Alright, let's find out. And that was the answer. Alright, so now Moonlit's into the World 4 airship. And Yumi's right behind. Alright, let's see which Koopa Kid we're going to be dealing with first. Ooh, it's Lemmy. And we don't know how many hits because we got ourselves a Toasted Koopa. 10 fireballs and we are done. Oh, and it is a 1-hit. Lemmy was only 1 hit anyway. Okay. Interesting. Alright, what's going to be the next world? World 5, okay. Alright, so only about a 7-second difference between the two, and I believe they just got a hammer from the Peach letter, so that's going to be pretty useful for them. And they're currently in the middle of 1-1. Looks like the enemy set's not too bad, though, so that's pretty good. Moonlit getting a 1 of each on the title cards. And Yumi gets a fanfare for a fresh 5-up. And, okay, so now we are in Niagara Falls, which is one of the 8 beta stages available that inserted into the game. This one, thankfully, has no enemies, and pretty much is set up to where it's almost impossible to die in now. So, it just comes down to how good are you at swimming. Alright, where's this pipe go? Ooh, okay, Moonlit, you gotta watch out for that hammer. And a P-Wing. Okay, that's pretty good. And what's gonna be this other one? Ooh, a second hammer. Okay. Okay, so it looks like so if I understand it correctly, they both should have 2 hammers now, which is going to be really useful. And it's a fast World 5. Oh my. looks like we're making up for the 5-9 start real fast. And it's the World 5 airship, too, so interesting. And Roy is the boss here. Interesting as well. Very vanilla here. Okay, gotta be careful. He's got the earthquake power. And standard 3 hits as well. But Yumi manages to get the fire kill, so that's pretty good too. Alright, so 8 minutes in and they're already heading into the third world, so pretty good start, pretty good start. Let's see where they're going to go now. Another hammer. Wow. I think we can officially say the hardware store is open. And Yumi decides to go for the fort, and it's Fort Knox. And Moonlit decided to skip the fort and break the lock entirely. Oh, it looks like Yumi's gonna go and see if Sanapi is available. Let's find out. And it is! Okay, so that's gonna save a little bit of time. And that does also mean that he's going to be up on Moonlit by a hammer. So whether we need to find out later if that's actually gonna matter. Oh, and 7-4 with the bloopers, the mama blooper. Very scary to deal with here. Especially in these small confines. Alright, Yumi takes care of Boom Boom. As Moonlit gets out of 7-4, so... Currently a 1-stage lead on Moonlit's side, but 1 less hammer. And we are currently in 3-4, I believe. Unfortunately, did not have the momentum needed to clear that jump, but so far, still pretty good. Oh, Yumi taking a hit with the blooper, but managing to get out still pretty well. Alright, and Moonlit is out. Oh, okay, Moonlit Angel has found the first of the hand stages available. I mean, oh, almost falls into the lava right there. So let's find out what the hand stages are going to provide. Hammer suits. Okay, that is going to be really good. So as long as they hold on to that, they have an easy way to take care of Bowser. And what's... Oh, Moonlit gets stun-locked a little bit by a hammer by the Chungus. Gonna be a little bit of a slow fight here. Okay, that was a little bit of a struggle, but she manages to take care of him. And gets another hammer! Oh my gosh! What did I roll? Okay, Yumi having a little bit of trouble as well, but not as much. Gets out of there a decent bit faster. Ooh, Moonlit going for the 2-4 spot, which is 7-8. And Yumi is going in the 2-5 spot, which I believe is 6-2? If I remember correctly? Oh yeah, the hardware store is just going, it's just giving out free promotions at this point. Now the question to see, now I'm curious to see, will Moonlit go for Secret Bro? And of course, Secret Bro has to be all the way to the bottom. Another Sledge Bro fight. And it gives a mushroom this time, so not the greatest of items, but not the worst. It looks like they're in yet another of the beta stages. I don't remember exactly which one this one is called. I think it's just the Iceberg beta. So, currently, Yumi has a very slight lead here. It's the World 6 airship. Okay, Moonlit tried to go for first class and didn't get it. So, both of them have to go down in the cargo hold. Right, Moonlit manages to get a Fire Flower. And we're dealing with Iggy. Let's see how many hits this is going to take. Okay, 3 hits, so not too bad. Unfortunately, Moonlit Angel loses her Fire Flower, but not that much of a time loss, all considered. I guess we might as well go for it. Diabetes. Alright, the next Peach Litter gives another music box, and we are now in World 6. Yumi opting to skip the fort right at the start. And Moonlit Angel opting to fight the fort, and it is Gatekeeper. It's going to be interesting to see what this unlocks. Currently, Yumi is in, I believe, 4-1 is this level. See, now I will say, normally I would immediately play the fort anyway. Though, given the number of hammers they have on hand already, I can understand why Yumi might consider skipping it. That being said, if it ends up that fort opens a bridge instead of breaking a lock, then the hammer is not going to be useful for that. Speaking of, another hammer! What in the world is going on here? Oh, okay, I just noticed there is a bridge out for that level that would normally be where 6F1 is, so depending on how many forts are in this, depending on how many forts are here, I believe it might just be the 2. And if that is the case, then there's a solid chance what Moonlit Angel took care of on the fort might actually matter. Oh, and just gets out of that level before Boss Bass has a chance to go nom nom. Alright, and Yumi managing to get out of 3... I want to say that was 7-3, maybe? Or 3-4. Oh, but I recognize this one for sure. This is 6-6. This is gonna have potential to be one of the worst levels here. And, ooh! Moonlit Angel popped a hammer to break the rock, and she is back in the lead. She skipped straight to the end. And she's in 7-1. Okay, so now she just has to deal with the clips. Oh. Okay, so she unfortunately entered into it, and it looks like she's gonna play it out. Meanwhile, Yumi is handling the Well, I was gonna say handling the plants in 6-6 pretty well, but that hit was not what I had expected, so I guess Commentator's Curse still kicked in right there. Alright, so Yumi's out of there. Now, I wonder if Yumi's gonna think to go back and nah, I guess, actually, given how far in... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Yumi found another hand stage. So, Yumi's gonna get another hammer suit. So, depending on how severe this gets... Oh! And Moonlit takes a hit at the very end. That's unfortunate. Okay, it looks like she's gonna have to try again. Oh, and Yumi finds the third hand stage. Okay, so... Wow, okay, so the route Yumi took really didn't take all that much time in comparison. And he's gonna have two extra hammer suits out of this as well. You got this, Moonlit. There we go. I was not able to keep track of how many tries exactly that was. Oh, okay, so Yumi runs into the other fort. There was, in fact, a bridge out, so unfortunately Yumi is in 3 Fort 2, Bowser's Koi Pond, and yeah, that's not gonna go well when he beats this and sees that it doesn't break that, he doesn't make that bridge. So, Moonlit Angel's actually got a much bigger lead now than originally thought. Alright, and that is 2 hits on Morton, so slightly salty, but not too bad. So to answer the question in chat, the hitboxes for Peach, Mario, Toad, Luigi, all of them are exactly the same. So there's no difference in between them. It's all just a personal preference. Oh, okay, whoa, Yumi gets a cloud out of the Hammer Bro that Moonlit didn't fight in the back end. Interesting. So at this point, the hammers might not be as important given just how many they've both gotten, but the cloud may actually make a difference later. Moonlit Angel currently dealing with 3-5. And successfully managing to catch the runaway mushroom, so that's good. Meanwhile, Yumi's about halfway through the Gatekeeper Fort. And unfortunately, Yumi does not get the first cycle, so gonna have to go through the second round with it. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting World 1 here. Moonlit Angel going through the coin ship, a Sledge Bro, and a Boomerang Bro. So not the worst enemies to deal with here. And another hammer. What in the world? And this, okay, and I just noticed this is the 3-forter, so... Oh! Oh, Moonlit Blind P-Wings! Moonlit Blind P-Wings into 7-6. That is probably some of the best luck you can get for that. And Yumi is currently in 7-1 now. Depending on how... Oh, 4th try for Yumi. Okay, so Yumi did catch up a little bit of time because of that. Still gonna have a bit of a still gonna have to play catch up a little bit though. And Moonlit's currently on the way out of 5-6. Tail coming in real handy there. Alright, now let's see what this fort's gonna be. Oh, it's 1F. Okay, so what that means is this is not going to be the answer. So Moonlit's gonna have to go back up to fight at least one of the other forts. However, this does still give the option of an item if Moonlit goes for it, which might be a little bit easier said than done with that boo there. It looks like Moonlit's trying to clip, and that didn't work out, so she's just gonna have to go through it normally. Another hammer. Okay, so I honestly don't even know how many hammers these guys have anymore at this point. There's just so many. Oh, and Yumi gets the first try clip on 7-6. Okay, so that actually caught up a little bit of time compared to the P-Wing as well. So Yumi's catching up pretty good here. And Moonlit Angels in 6F3, the Carpet Fort. Going a little ballerina there. So she has to play this. She has to play at least one of these forts because 1F was not the correct answer. 1F was not the one that opened the bridge. Alright, Yumi's going a little bit slow here to finish 5-6, but kind of a good idea given how difficult it can be. And that did not open it did not open the bridge, so the correct answer is 3F1, door 6 fort. And Yumi finding 1F himself. Moonlit unfortunately getting robbed out of a power-up right there thanks to that blooper. Oh, Yumi almost ran into that boo trying to get the speed. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get to find out what's the hidden item. Alright, down goes Boom Boom, and down goes Boom Boom, so... Moonlit still has a lead, but not much of one. Only, effectively, at best, 3 levels? And it looks like Yumi's gonna go the same route, so it is gonna be 3 levels. And Moonlit's currently in 3-9. Oh, and dealing with the Paragoombas. That's not fun. Alright, let's see, what's gonna be the last enemy at the bottom of 3-9 here? Oh, it's a big Bertha. Alright, and Yumi's in the middle of the coin ship. About to get another hammer out of this. Oh, and unfortunately gets stun-locked, so takes a hit from the boomerang, and another hit from the hammer, but walks out alive and with another hammer. And Moonlit's taking the opportunity to get a mushroom from the mushroom house. Oh, and the Fire Bros took another death, gave another death. That's rough. And Moonlit going right back in for another power-up, which I do not blame her. Oh, and Yumi takes a hit on the Disco Waffle and Carpet Fort. That's unfortunate. Oh, and Moonlit gets a cloud from the bro. Alright. Wow. Wow, this seed has been incredibly generous for the key items. Boy, where was my luck with that on my practice runs? And Yumi unfortunately taking another death in Carpet Fort. And Moonlit's currently dealing with Wendy. 2 hits so far, and unfortunately jumped into the Lifesaver of Doom. So, another Toad House, another visit, and another item to help out here. Giving Yumi a little more time to try to catch up. If I read that right, I think Moonlit Angel has 4 hammers. Oh, and Yumi takes yet another death. Unfortunate. And Yumi has 6 hammers in their inventory. My goodness. Okay, 4-hit Wendy, and that was definitely a very cheap hitbox right there, but Moonlit manages to get out of it. And Yumi's using one of the multiple hammer suits available to them to help clear through Carpet Fort. Alright, and Moonlit got a cute suit from the letter, so finally something that isn't from the hardware store. Alright, so this is going to be a 50-50 here. And it's Donut Fort. Oh! Unfortunately, she shorted that jump, and like many of us tend to do, unfortunately there was a bit of a rage pause there. And interestingly enough, Moonlit using a hammer to open up one of the mushroom houses. Given the sheer number of hammers available, that's actually not a horrible idea. And getting a whole lot of mermaid suits. Meanwhile, Yumi's going through 3-9. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, Moonlit gets the jump cleared this time around, so pretty good. And manages to kite the hot foots away so that way she could clear the jump easily. And Yumi manages to get out of 3-9, thankfully. Alright, down goes Boom Boom. And Moonlit opting to not... Okay, Moonlit opting to not check the other bro at this point. And it looks like Donut Fort was not the answer, so... That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, and what's this coin ship gonna give? A music box. Okay. It looks like the luck on the items is starting to wear out. And unfortunately, Moonlit, the hammer will not make a bridge, and it does not work for hammer-to-hammer suit in this setting, so... That's honestly one downside to getting so many hammers like that, is that you're kind of not getting any of the regular power-ups that might help you out over time. And 4F1 is going to be the answer here. And Yumi not too far behind at this point. Alright, Yumi going into Donut Fort as well. So, unfortunately, we do know that's not the answer, but if Yumi avoids dying in here, then he will catch up a decent bit of time overall. Alright, Moonlit taking care of one more bro and getting a P-Wing for her trouble. And stopping off for one more Mushroom House. Ooh, very nice kill, a quick kill on Yumi's end. And gets a star. Okay, so that item was not the most useful thing. Wait, Yumi, what are you doing? Wait, Yumi, that other pipe goes straight to the other side. Uh-oh. Okay, so Moonlit's currently at the end of 2-3, and she just needs to wait out the shell. Yumi, unfortunately, going the long route. Okay, and now Yumi's in 4-1. Oh boy, that's not the best of situations. And Moonlit Angel's getting another item, this time another cute suit. And a leaf this time, okay. Interesting. Alright, and now Moonlit's in the World 7 airship, and Yumi is slowly catching up. Oh, wait, I think Yumi just realized the pipe. Unfortunately, it really did not make a difference at this point, but that's very unfortunate. That could have... Yumi lost out on about 2 levels worth of time right there. Moonlit's taking care of Ludwig. 4 hits in. Alright. So, if my memory serves correctly, that means the last world here to deal with is Pipeland. So, depending on how things look here, this could potentially be a really long world, or it could be a jet. And we start with 3 Pipe Monty. Moonlit thinking about it for a second before jumping back. And Yumi making good use of the hammer suit. Oh, wait. I'm not entirely sure why Moonlit went into that level. And, yep, she's taking a death right there. Let's see where this other pipe leads. Oh, final island, and only a lock standing in her way, so this is actually gonna be a fairly fast 7 right here. And another cute suit. Oh! Yumi, unfortunately, is fish food. And it looks like Yumi does not have a whole lot to work with here, and is gonna have to pop the last hammer suit. Ooh, okay, Moonlit Angel runs down the Sky Highway and takes a hit at the very end, but survives to the end. Alright, Yumi, you gotta be careful. Just don't let Boss Bass get you again. Okay, unfortunately, Yumi loses the suit, but does manage to stay alive. And Moonlit Angel getting another cute suit. And it's in 2-1. Into 2-1. And with another boss bass, too, so gonna have to be a little bit careful fluttering down here. Oh boy. Oh, that is a rough enemy set. Oh, okay. Okay, Moonlit manages to survive. And she decides to put the plant to sleep. So let's see what the last level here is. 2-4. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. She's going the safer route upstairs. And Yumi's got to be a little careful. But takes down Ludwig, so not too far behind, all things considered. A little less than one world of a gap, but it's definitely doable. Yumi can definitely catch up here. And Moonlit's on the final airship, which is the World 3 airship. And we got ourselves another Tozzle Star. Alright, Yumi is checking out the first pipe. As Moonlit is dealing with an earthquaking Larry. 3 hits and down. Oh, I think Yumi found the right pipe? Yes, okay. So, Yumi does save a decent little bit of time as a result of not jumping around as much in the world. But let's take a guess. How many obstacles are we going to see on the final valley in 8? Okay, we see a 3-6 hand. And we see a 1 fort in the airship tile, so... Personally, I would say play the airship just to potentially not have to come back to the first screen. Oh, okay, Moonlit almost slid off of that pipe, but manages to get out without too much trouble. And Yumi's currently handling 2-1 pretty well as well. Just needs to be a little careful with these jumps. Okay, and we've got the super tanks. Shouldn't be too difficult of a challenge for this level. And Yumi using one of the multiple hammers available to him to pop that lock. And decides to play the plant. Let's see what we got. A star. Okay, so skipping that plant was honestly a good decision. Alright, first pipe. Let's see what this leads to. It leads to the hand bridge. A whole lot of pipes. So far, we have not seen any locks yet, so... There is a chance that this could mean there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of bridges on the final valley. Okay, we find Elevator Fort, 6F1. And Yumi's about to head into the final airship as well. Ooh, very nice clip. Very nicely done, Moonlit. Alright, and down goes Boom Boom. And Yumi just takes care of Larry, so depending on how routing goes, there's a very solid chance Yumi can catch up here. Alright, let's see where the second pipe on the front screen goes. Oh, okay. So, commit to handbridge is the answer. Potentially. Oh! Oh no! Yumi just got batted out of the sky. That's unfortunate. It never feels fun to get volleyball spiked like that. Alright, Moonlit Angels out of 3-1. So let's see where this other pipe leads. Will it be further in the dark, or will it lead straight to the valley? Okay, so it led to the valley, and... oh my goodness, okay. So it looked like 2 forts, or 2 bridges, and 2 levels. Yumi unfortunately taking another death in 3-6, so has to play through again, but this time gets out safely. Alright, Moonlit taking good use of a cloud and going into the real tank, which is Spike Fort. Oh, okay, so there's one lock. So that's where one lock was. So Yumi skipping the fort on the front screen actually did not matter. It is a dangerous cloud, but I believe they have 2 clouds each. So Yumi's got to make a decision. Oh, okay, so that broke a lock on the dark screen, so that was not the answer. Oh, okay, so maybe Moonlit did not have... okay, so maybe Moonlit didn't have another cloud. Though I'm not entirely sure why she's going through this level right now. She's played through... I believe she's played through 3 forts already. So... seeing that seeing that lock break in dark means that if she's played through the other 3 already, then the navy tile has to be the answer. And she's going to the coin heaven to get the item. A little bit risky given how late into the seed this is. Nice try, Moon. We know what you're doing. And unfortunately, it's just a cute suit, so not very, not necessarily a great item for that weight. Okay, Yumi finds the valley, and unfortunately sees both bridges out. Alright, Yumi finds Elevator Fort, and Moonlit finds out... I think Moonlit might not have noticed that might not have seen the lock break in dark, so that might be why she went back when she did. It looks like Moonlit might be having a little bit of pipe amnesia. Alright, Yumi's heading out of Elevator Fort. Alright, and this is, I believe, 6-3. And with the fire enemy set, that is not a lot of fun to deal with. Okay, so Yumi's going back and fighting the super tank. Unfortunately, it is not the answer, but I can understand Yumi thinking it might be. Alright, Moonlit Angel goes into the Navy tile, which is the Air Force. And a P-Wing was a pretty good pickup for that option. Oh, you're right. Correct. My mistake. That is true. The super tank was what popped open the first bridge. I forgot about that. Okay, so Yumi's almost there as well, but needs to go and Yumi's gonna have to clear through the extra couple levels to get to the tile, the Navy tile. And that should be it for Moonlit, so now she just has to go back to the valley. And Yumi dealing with 3-7 with the plant enemy set. There we go. Okay, so Moonlit Angel has one level left before the castle, and it is 6-9. Unfortunately, I don't think she has another P-Wing, so she's just gonna have to play through this. Oh, and missing that jump is not the worst thing in the world. Unfortunately, Yumi does potentially have a chance to catch up, but it's gonna take a lot of mistakes on Moon's part for that to happen. Potentially a few deaths in Bowser's castle. Alright, Moonlit's out of 6-9. And let's see how she does. She's got 2 hammer suits, so she has 2 solid chances to take this quickly. And Yumi taking care of the Boom Boom and Spike for it. Oh, okay, unfortunately, Moonlit Angel takes a hit, so she loses her hammer suit. But she still has a solid lead here, and barring anything catastrophic, should take this first round. Oh, she's going for the clip. She's going for it again. Third strike, and she backs out. Okay, she's gonna have to... Ooh, that fireball almost got her. Gonna have to be careful. Ooh, okay, she clears through. So now, just 5 more jumps from Bowser, and game 1 is hers. Meanwhile, Yumi is currently in the Air Force, so... If Moonlit takes a hit... Yeah, unfortunately, there's at least 4 more jumps to go. But so, if she struggles here, Yumi can catch up. That was very scary. That was extremely scary. Oof. No! What? Darn you, Bowser. Okay, well, Yumi's chances just went up a good bit. So, just 1 level to go. Okay, Yumi's not even gonna try for the clip in 6-9. Oh boy, yeah. And Yumi takes a death on the blooper. Moonlit Angel does have this hammer suit and one more, so she still has a good chance. She just needs to avoid taking any hits. Okay, and now the hammers in this randomizer can kill the fireball, so it makes the room a little less scary. Oh! And unfortunately, she shorts that jump just so slightly, and that's gonna be rough. And Yumi is getting out of 6-9, so this is officially come down to the wire here. Moonlit is still ahead. She does still have the lead at the moment, but it's gonna come very much down to what happens in this room. If she dies again, then Yumi's gonna have the lead and the chance. And Yumi takes a hit immediately and loses the hammer suit, so... Oh boy. It's coming down to the wire here, folks. Alright, Moon. Almost there. Okay, she's out. She's out. So she just has to finish off Bowser with a few hammers. And there down goes Bowser. She's got it. Good gravy. Get your GGs out, everyone, for Moonlit Angel, finishing with an official race time of 54 minutes and 56 seconds. And Yumi is very close behind, right behind her, so... Just two more jumps and Bowser will be taken care of. Oh! That was a very, very tight jump right there. Oh! Okay, slightly off center, but not too bad. And unfortunately, Bowser takes... Unfortunately, that's a Bowser to the face. Alright, Yumi's got another hammer suit, and hopefully doesn't lose it right away. This was such a really good... This was such a really, really good round right here. Alright, Yumi trying again for the clip. Alright, Yumi takes care of the room, so... Down goes Bowser. Oh boy. Alright everyone, get your GGs out for Yumi as well. Finishing with an official race time of 56 minutes and 47 seconds. Alright, so everyone, we're about to take a brief moment to get the next race set up. So, stay tuned. Round two is about to kick off. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your nice little reprieve. And now we're about to start up on the second round between Moonlit Angel and Yumi. That first round was an exciting slugfest of a race, and we're about to have ourselves a second great one. We just dropped the runners, So they should be starting in just a moment. So everybody, what's the first seed? What's the first world we want to see here? We see a world 4 for the start. I'm gonna guess world 7. Let's go into some pipes. All right, the timer starts. So they're about to begin. And we begin with World 1. All right. Okay, and it seems like a fairly bog standard World 1. And we start with 1F. As some of us in the community like to say, this is a test. Because if you... Basically, you can go for the item if you want. But if you do that, then you're going to have to play the long route, so... Looks like Yumi's making the right choice in skipping it, and Moonlit's actually going for the clip. Interesting. Unfortunately for Moonlit, that did cost her a little bit of time. Oh! She took a death! Oh, that's unfortunate. So... Unfortunately, that was a loss of a power-up. And now Yumi has a decent lead going into this. And Yumi gets an anchor. So for those who are unfamiliar, an anchor in vanilla basically just stops the airship from moving away if you die in it. But in Rando, it provides you with a random item that is anything but a whistle or a hammer. And if you get multiple anchors, it's going to be multiple of the same item. Oh no, Yumi! Oh, that's unfortunate. Right at the end of that level too. So, okay, so Moonlit takes care of Boom Boom, and honestly, that kind of shrinks the lead a little bit. Moonlit deciding whether or not to pop a power-up here. Okay, Yumi manages to clear out the level as Moonlit gets her anchor. So right now, a 1-level gap between them. Oh, and we see 1-1. Interesting. Yumi taking the opportunity to grab a power-up here. Not too bad. And, well, that power-up didn't last very long, but it was good while it lasted. So a neat little quirk is, because they're currently in Grassland, quote-unquote World 1, that means that any piranha plants that pop up and shoot fire are only going to shoot a single fireball here. Alright, and Yumi finds the first hand stage. So let's see what the hands are going to hand out this time. It was hammer suits last time. And mushrooms this time, so slightly less valuable, but still not bad. Still pretty good in a pinch. And, okay, we run into 6-9. Yumi gave one try for the clip. Didn't work, unfortunately. So now they're going to have to go the long way through. And taking an opportunity to grab a power-up as well. Power-up also not lasting very long. Nor did that one. Woof. The big enemies kind of make it a lot harder at times. And meanwhile, Yumi manages to get out of 6-9 and maintain the tail, so not bad. So currently maintaining that 1-level lead here. Or 2-level lead, I'm sorry. And Yumi's in the World 1 airship. Is this even randomized? Oh, a one-hit Iggy. Okay, that was pretty easy. And Moonlit's gonna get her nice mushroom out of the hand. Very nice Wizard of Oz reference right there. And they get a P-Wing from the Peach Letter. Alright, that's gonna be pretty useful at times. Oh, goodness. Wait, Yumi? Okay, interesting. Yumi opts to skip the fort. I don't know if Yumi noticed that it's got a lock and a bridge out, so that other fort is going to be required. Yeah, it looks like Yumi's taking a few seconds to read the map better, and he's opting to keep going into 5-5. Okay, I'm really hoping that he's just wanting to clear the world out, like clear the path, but I hope he understands he's gonna have to go back and fight that fort. And Moonlit takes care of Iggy. So, okay. Okay, Yumi's currently in 1-6, and with the tail, there is a chance that he can fly over, which he does. Now, let's see if Moonlit notices the map and fights the fort right away. Okay, at the very least, she does fight the fort right away, so that's part of it. Oh, and she gets the tail strat in 6-Fort too. That's pretty good. Manages to make that first part a little bit faster. And Yumi is in 1-3, so let's see, is Yumi gonna go for the hidden item? It looks like he's going to opt to not go for it. Okay, interesting. It looks like, okay, and it looks like Yumi finally noticed about the fort. So he is still technically in the lead. He still has more levels cleared than Moonlit does. But Moonlit did manage to save a little bit of time from not having to backtrack. Oh no, Yumi! Oh, slid right off the ice right there. That's unfortunate. And Moonlit gets her P-Wing from the bro, and takes a moment to stop off in a mushroom house to get another power-up. And that's a fire flower, so not bad. Yumi taking this forward a little cautiously, as Moonlit's going through 5-5 now. And taking a quick little shortcut through it. And it looks like the power-up in that block was a mermaid suit, so probably best to skip that one. Okay, Yumi clears out the fort, and it builds the bridge. As Moonlit Angel goes into 1-6 now. Yumi gets a star from the Hammer Bros. Now Yumi finds themselves in 3-2. Ooh, manages to dodge the cheap. Good. And Moonlit going through 1-3, flying up and about. Now let's see if Moonlit decides to go for the item. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, she is. She actually took the time to kite the fire snake, though. Not a bad play right there. So let's see what Yumi ended up skipping. As Yumi's in the elevator fort. Fire flower. Okay. Not the biggest useful item, but it is still a useful item, so depending on how prevalent hammer suits end up this seed, that might come in handy later if Moonlit's able to hold on to it. Ooh, that was a little close, but Moonlit Angel manages to get the Hammer Bros taken care of. Yumi clears out Elevator Fort. Let's going the top route, which is 4-1 with Fire Plants. And oh my gosh, Yumi has to play through 5-9. Boy, that's a heck of a gatekeeper level for World 4. So that's twice now we've seen 5-9 in these races here. But we did not see Atlantis, and we did not see Alcatraz in the first one, so let's see if we could get a little voodoo going and get those popping up in this one. And Moonlit Angel taking a pit stop at another mushroom house to grab another item. And it's a mermaid suit this time. And as Yumi runs into the World 5 airship. We've got Morton. That's 2 hits, 3 hits, and a fire kill. Alright. And Moonlit's trying to go for the clip in the elevator fort again. Oh, gotta be careful there. The Rotodisc almost took the power-up away. And now we're into World 6. Let's see what Yumi's dealing with here. I believe that's 4-6. And it looks like Moonlit decided to abandon the clip and is going through the regular room. And it gets the quick kill on Boom Boom, so... Hi Boom Boom, goodbye Boom Boom. Meanwhile, Yumi is just fireballing everything away and gets a fanfare with the star. So that's a fresh 5 up. As Moonlit Angel now has to deal with 5-9. Let's see what Yumi picks up. Ooh, a cloud! That's gonna be good. Alright, let's check and see what this pipe looks like. Okay, not too bad. So it looks like the fort is going to be required, and they don't have a hammer on hand. So yeah, that fort's going to be necessary. And Moonlit Angel is out of 5-9. Yumi's in door 6 fort, 3F1. quick fire kill off on Boom Boom. And Moonlit Angel's making her way through the airship pretty quickly. Okay, and Morton was a 4-hit, so not too bad. Not too bad. A little bit of time save with the fire kill. And Yumi is currently on the bottom route of 2-4. Takes care of the last bro and gets out without any problems. Yumi, why are you going in that pipe? You know that that's the rock. Alright, and now we're at 3-7 with an Angry Sun. Let's see, will Yumi go for the extra level? Or, the extra item, I mean. Well, and the sun takes a hit. It takes a hit off, so there goes the Fire Flower. Right, Moonlit Angel is going into the bro. Yumi is, in fact, taking the Coin Heaven, so let's see. Oh, that was close on Moonlit's side, but she got through. And she's got the clout now. And Yumi gets an anchor. At the current moment, I believe we still do not know what the anchor gives, so... Alright, and Yumi finds himself in 6-5 with a boss bass and decides to voluntarily go for the gulp. Let's see what the next level... Let's see what door number 2 is. Okay, 6-4. Moderately better, I guess. Moonlit getting the bad news that she's gonna have to go fight the fort. Okay, Yumi managing to avoid the last... having to deal with the last, spinning bar right there, so that's good. And Moonlit picking up an extra going for the item in door 5. Unfortunately, it's just a star, so that's not going to be very helpful here. And Yumi taking out another bro fight and getting a P-Wing for it. And a nice little one-up as a bonus gift. And oh, 7-6. Pretty sure Yumi's about to take the 100-coin fine here. Because I'm pretty sure Yumi has a P-Wing. Oh, okay. Instead, going with the standard mushroom to go for the clip. And gets it first try. Very nicely done. And Moonlit getting that extra item off of out of 2-4. Unfortunately, it is just a star, so not super useful there. And it's another star. Good grief. This level is not being generous at all. And Yumi is currently in the World 2 airship. And it looks like we have an Earthquaking Larry. 3 hits, 4 hits. Oh! Oh no! And the stun lock! That's rough. And Yumi applies a P-Wing, or applies a Fire Flower. Hopefully does not get stun locked again on that one, because that is an awful feeling to have that happen. And it was a 4-hit Larry. Okay. Looks like Moon is going to go for the coin heaven in 3-7. Okay, wait. Now I'm trying to remember, was that Wizard of Oz reference in the first seed as well, or did it play twice in this one? Oh well, either way. Sometimes my mind just rambles. Anyway, Yumi's currently in 5-1. And managing to dodge the Goombas falling down, as Moonlit Angel is currently in 6-4. And this World 3 is definitely looking a little bit rough compared to the other one, the last one. Especially when no hammers on hand. Alright, Moonlit had to wait out a little bit. But manages to take care of the bro and gets a P-Wing. And he finds himself in 2-2, the Oasis. That was a rough death right there. Although okay, so I guess that wasn't an intended death. And it looks like Moonlit might be taking the 100 coin fine as well. Gonna have to take a little time on that one. But I believe Moonlit's just gonna slap the P-Wing on right here. Yep. So not a bad play still. And Yumi gets out of 2-2. Slowly the lead is widening, it appears. But we know that Moonlit Angel has an opportunity to get back into it. And Yumi gets a hammer from the Hammer Bro. There we go! There's Atlantis! Now I'm sure we're gonna get a few words from our runners after this one. So Yumi's dealing with a nanny blooper coming up, and the golden cheeps as well. Oh! And unfortunately, that's a death. And Yumi taking the opportunity to cloud that level. I absolutely do not blame him. Moonlit's currently in 5-1. Not entirely sure what she was trying to do right there. Oh, she's taking it. Okay, it looks like she's intentionally taking a death. Is she planning on taking a... Oh, it looks like she's gonna go for the item, the hidden item up here. Meanwhile, Yumi goes through the ice beta. Alright, let's see what Yumi ends up getting. I mean, what Moonlit gets. A mushroom. Not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure that was worth it. At least she still has a tail. At least she has a power-up for the next level. Which is kind of good for 5-4. And it looks like Yumi's currently dealing with the 1-5 beta. Okay, with the star, that actually makes that stage a little bit less of a hassle. Hey, gotta be careful, Yumi. Oh, that was a little close, but good. And Moonlit Angel is now in 2-2. Alright, let's see where these pipes lead. Which of these is the hidden entrance? Not that one. And there is a lock, however, they do have Yumi has a hammer, so able to skip that fort and go straight into the World 4 airship. Moonlit Angel taking an opportunity to pop a fire flower before going into the coin ship. Probably not a bad idea, all things considered. And Yumi is dealing with Ludwig. Alright, Moonlit gets the hammer. And Yumi is done with World 3. Or World 4, rather. And Moonlit's about to learn the bad news. Now the question is Moonlit Angel gonna actually play through Atlantis, or is she gonna take the death and cloud over it like Yumi did? Oh, okay, Yumi gets another anchor. Okay, oh, okay, Moonlit's actually gonna play through it. Interesting. And Yumi runs into Fort Knox with a tail already, so very nicely handled there. Although it seems Yumi had a little bit of trouble remembering where exactly the pipe is. But still faster than having to go through the standard method. Oh boy, Yumi. Oh, Angel! Oh, she got stuck on with the micro Goomba and took a death. So now she's taking the yeah, she's clouding. I do not blame her. Wait. Oh, wait, is she going to play the fort? She is! Interesting. And she's going through 4F1. Yumi is currently in 7-9 and unfortunately dealing with the sprite limit overload. So, unfortunately, not able to actually grab any of the ice blocks to clear the path with so many enemies on screen at once. Oh! And that Paragoomba got a nice snipe shot in on Yumi. Gotta be careful with those. Oh, Yumi, you were taking a big gamble trying to take on Boss Bash right there. Alright, Moonlit takes care of the bro and gets a star. That is a star that Yumi's not gonna have, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure that was the right call. No, Yumi takes a death! He gets gold! Also, Moonlit, I don't think that's a good idea. You definitely should not go there. There we go. Because you've already cleared the fort. That's a 1-level path to get to the other pipes, as opposed to 2 or 3. Alright, so Yumi's got to go through 7-9 again. And this also means that Moonlit Angel is going to have a hammer on hand for the future that Yumi will not have, so she is going to lose a little time right now, but depending on where she potentially uses that hammer, it might help save a lot of time for her too. And Yumi's now at the final island of 7, and oh my gosh, it is 7F2. Wow. Between those fireballs, the disco waffle, and the boo right there, that is a horrible level to deal with right there. Yumi trying to goad the Thwomp to fall early. Into the Tunnel of Hate. As Moonlight Angel takes down Ludwig, so she's about to go into 7 as well. Alright, Yumi manages to get through the first room of the fort, so that's pretty good. That's usually the challenging section. Alright, and Moonlight Angel goes into Fort Knox. Unfortunately, she did not have a tail, so she's gonna have to go for... Well... It looked like she was going to go for the cute suit block, but it looks like she's gonna check for Sinapi now. And unfortunately, it is not, so she's gonna have to do this the long way. Meanwhile, Yumi clears out the lock and is now on the plant near the end of the level of the end of the world. So we're about to see what Yumi gets out of this. Another star. Okay. Not the best of items, obviously, but at least it still has a little bit of utility. And now Yumi's on the World 7 airship. And of course, that's another star. Alright, Moonlight Angel's got the cute suit, and she's out of the fort, so... She's still not that far behind, all things considered. Honestly, as we saw with the last seed, there is always an opportunity to catch up here. Yumi is now dealing with Wendy, though having the fire flower can definitely help here. And Moonlight Angel is now into 2-5. Alright, and now Yumi moves on to the desert. It's the triple forter, and oh, right off the bat, 6-6. And if I remember, and if I saw that correctly, I believe it's a hand stage too, so there's no skipping that. Moonlight Angel is currently in 7F2 as well. Got a little bit of a fried mushroom going on right there, but now she's going to try to go the Thwomp. Yumi taking care of the enemies pretty well with the fire suit. Just needs to be a little careful just in case. Ooh, Moonlight Angel manages to dodge that Thwomp pretty nicely. And it looks like Yumi's about to clear out of 6-6 pretty good. Anytime you don't have to play through 6-6 twice is always a good day. Ooh, snipe shot on that fire suit, on the fire bro, but still taken care of. And Yumi gets another hammer. Okay. So if Moonlight ends up playing through that bro as well, then that's actually gonna give her 2 hammers to Yumi's 1. Which again, might make a difference depending on how things pan out here. It's gonna depend very heavily on what the rest of the locks look like in this world. Moonlight Angel making good use of the pause strats for the pipe, for the plant level. And Yumi takes care of the Boom Boom from Bowser's Koi Pond. Okay, so that fort broke something that we did not see on screen, so if nothing else, that gives a solid chance of it actually being an important one. And Moonlit Angel's currently going through the World 7 airship, as Yumi is taking care of Spike Fort 2F, and unfortunately taking a hit on the spikes in the ceiling. So yeah, if you're gonna fly in that room, you have to be careful. And Moonlit Angel gets a very nice fire kill on Wendy. As Yumi enters into Gatekeeper. Oh, that's a long level right there. So currently Yumi has about a half world lead going here. So still a decent sized lead, however, it is not insurmountable. Though part of it will depend on how well Moonlit takes care of 6-6 here. Yumi, unfortunately, once again missing the one cycle on Gatekeeper. Gonna have to go for the second round. And opting to pick up the power-up, and it's gonna be a star, so nice. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be all that useful, because Yumi wasn't able to get that far into the spikes with it, but still managing to take care of Boom Boom, so that's good. And Moonlit Angel is, just like Yumi, taking care of the enemies in this level with her fire suit pretty well. And Yumi is in 1-5, and very much do not recommend sliding down in Randomizer in this level, because if you have an enemy like those spikes, those spinies, you will take a hit. Alright, Yumi's out of 1-5 as Moonlit Angel gets her second hammer. And let's see. I do not remember if... I'm actually having trouble remembering if either of them have a cloud still. Because I know they both used one on Atlantis, but I don't remember if they got any extras. Welcome in, SpeedGaming 3, and everyone coming in with that. I hope you enjoyed the races on that channel and enjoy the rest of this one as well. And Yumi is now into the fake tank. So that means getting another item as well. So let's see what they're going to get. What are they going to pick up here? Oh, almost had a runaway Boom Boom there, but Moonlit Angel takes care of it on 3F2. Big Chungus. And a Fire Flower. Okay. Once again, not the most of useful items, but still pretty good nonetheless. And Yumi is now into the World 6 airship. And Moonlit Angel gets a 1-up from the Spike Fort item. Okay. Oh, and... And that's interesting, that's Lemmy. 2 hits there. It's always interesting when you see the Koopa Kid in their airship, their proper airship here. Okay, Moonlit takes care of the second lock, and very much has the option of popping both the rock and the lock here if she wishes, and it looks like that's what she's going to do. So she's going to catch up a solid amount of time here because of that. It looks like Yumi's now in 2-1 with some fire enemies and decent bit of lag as well. This is definitely turning out to still be a really solid race here. Oh, Moonlit takes a hammer to the face, but takes care of the Chungus. And opting to go for the bro, as Yumi is currently in 5-3 with a lot of fire enemies as well. Alright, and now Moonlit Angel is in the World 6 airship, so it cost 2 hammers. It cost her 2 hammers, but she definitely caught up a good little chunk of time out of that. And Yumi's gonna have to go a little bit more carefully in here to deal with these enemies. But makes it out. And now Yumi is in 6F3, the Carpet Fort. So Moonlit Angel manages to cut the deficit to only about 3 levels. Only about 2.5 to 3 levels, so pretty good there. But triple hot foot here. So it looks like 2 of them are going to behave, so that's good for Yumi. And 1 hit boom boom. Meanwhile, Moonlit's taking care of 2-1 and trying to avoid the fire enemy set. And it looks like Yumi is now into the desert level. Also, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a long World 5 here, at least for the bottom part. Because unless Yumi has another hammer on hand, then they're gonna have to go the long way here. They do have a hammer, actually. So, they do... Okay, so it looks like they're gonna still go to the top route, which it looks like is the Flappy Bird beta. And, okay, Moonlit's having a little bit of trouble in 5-3. Oh boy, gotta be careful there. Alright, Yumi's out of the beta level. And Moonlit's out of 5-3, so... Definitely keeping it closer here. And Yumi finds the super tanks. And Moonlit Angel decides to stop off for another power-up as well. Gets another Fire Flower, so pretty useful there. Being said, she does have a decent number of power-ups on hand as it currently stands, so it might be a good idea for her to not go into that too many times right now. Alright, and Yumi uses a star and gets a star back, so kind of goes neutral on that exchange. Yes, and looks okay. So it looks like the top half of World 5 is actually a fairly quick one. Guess that kind of makes up for the bottom half being so long. And Yumi's taking care of 4-2 pretty well. Alright, Moonlit Angel finds the desert level. Yumi's now into the final airship, which is the World 3 airship. And unfortunately, that power-up is yet again a star. Both of these runners are honestly showing a lot cleaner gameplay than they were in the first seed. They've definitely both tightened up and are doing incredibly well here. One hit Roy. So now Yumi's going into World 8. So let's take a guess, everyone. How many obstacles are we going to see in the valley? I'm going to guess it's going to be 2 levels and a bridge. So 3 total. Oh, goodness. So we have the fake tank and 2 forts in the first screen. And the fake tank is 1-2. Alright, Moonlit Angel flew over the super tanks to avoid most of the headache. And Yumi is interesting. Yumi is opting to check the pipe instead of dealing with any of the forts. So we see 1 lock there. And okay, interesting. So Yumi is skipping the other tank, which we know is the real tank. So Yumi is skipping the forts entirely and just exploring the map. I can't help but wonder if that pipe behind that lock is going to end up the answer. Oh, we see another lock. Oh, okay, well, it's a good thing. I guess it's a good thing that Yumi didn't break that lock with the hammer. Moonlit's currently going through 4-2. Won't be too much longer before she's in World 8 checking out everything as well. The real tank is the Air Force. Okay. So, depending everyone get your salutes out. So depending on how things go here, if Moonlit decides to not skip those forts on the front screen, and one or both of them end up required, that potentially gives her a chance to catch back up here. And now she's coming into the World 8 map as well, so Yumi is currently 1 fort ahead and 1 fake level ahead, but very much has to be careful here. Okay, so it did not pop that lock right there, so there is a chance that that fort that Yumi took care of is going to be required. The issue, however, comes down to trying to figure out where do they need to go from here. And it looks like Yumi is going back to the front screen, and it's going to go ahead and fight the forts now. And it's 5F2, the lava fort. At the current moment, this is the last race of the night, at least on this channel. Okay, Yumi manages to get through the fort without too much trouble, as Moonlit clears out the fake tank, and is immediately jumping into the lava fort, so realistically speaking, Yumi has a little bit more knowledge, has a bit of knowledge to work with, but in terms of actual progression, Moonlit Angel has caught up quite a bit here. And now Yumi is into the Navy. So, once again, everyone get your salutes out. And Yumi just killed both Bobs! How dare you, Yumi! Okay, interesting. Moonlit Angel opts to skip the other fort. Okay, so we see that the lock on the elbow is gone. So one of the two so what that tells us is the Navy was actually not required. That's actually good knowledge. So unfortunately, Yumi ended up playing an unnecessary level, but it looks like the answer might be behind that lock, which is going to require which is probably going to require beating the airship tile. That being said, I want to say Yumi has a hammer. So if they think about it and they do have it, they can pop that lock and check and see what's going to be there. Okay, Moonlit Angel's backtracking and fighting the Navy, so that would have been a little bit of time save on her end, unfortunately getting canceled out. Okay, Yumi uses a good P-Wing here for 3-5, so that was good time. That was good luck on that. I personally still say that. Well, actually, okay, Yumi played through 3 forts, so there is a very solid chance that that lock is going to be the answer. So yeah, okay, yeah. So the answer has to be back behind that lock. So Yumi has a hammer. He can break that lock right now and not have to deal with the fort. Unfortunately, Moonlit Angel, I don't believe, has the hammer, so unfortunately, she's gonna have to play through that whole route. Okay, and Angel finds the airship. Oh, and she takes a death. So I think that was intentional. Yep, she's taking she's adding the P-Wing now. And Yumi finds the final fort, which is 5F1. Alright. Both of them are handling their respective boom boom. So, okay, so with this, the answer should be open for Yumi. There we go. So, oh! Wow, there were no bridges whatsoever, it looks like. So it was just the three levels. And 2 of the levels being required. Looks like it's 3-6 with a bunch of fire snakes, so yikes. For a second I thought Yumi was about to run off that pipe right there. Moonlit Angel's currently running through 3-9. So Unfortunately for Moonlit Angel, she's gonna have to go the long route. And Yumi's at the 1/6 beta, so unless something goes horribly wrong for Yumi, I believe he's got this one in the bag. That being said, we did see the last race. We did see that catastrophic events did occur and did bring it back to really close, so there is still a chance. Yumi slapping on a hammer suit and running in. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how he handles this. Oh, Moonlit taking a hit. Oh, and Moonlit taking a death on the Gelectro. That's unfortunate. Alright, Yumi getting the everybody clip. And opts to not go for the final clip and instead just go through the room. Definitely need to be careful with the fireballs. Oh, that was close. But he got through. And down goes Bowser. Alright, everybody get your GGs in the chat for Yumi. Finishing with an official race time of 56 minutes and 19 seconds. Very nicely done. And it looks like Moonlit has opted to go ahead and forfeit the race. But everyone, get your GGs out for both of them, because they both did an incredible job tonight on both races. It looks like we should be getting them into the booth very shortly. Okay, we have Moonlit Angel in the race, in the room. GG, as well as Yumi. GG, both of you.
Hey, GG. Well, it's fun. It's a fun game.
So, so what did you guys think about those two seats tonight?
I mean, they didn't feel bad except for the 8. Both World 8s were just stupid, right? Was that just normal, or were they stupid?
I would say they were probably a little worse than average.
Okay. I just don't like that world, I guess.
Now
Go ahead.
I do have one question though that I noticed. Why did you not use your hammer for the why did you not use your hammer for the lock at the end of 8? Like,
oh, I had a hammer left?
yeah.
Oh my god, I could have been done a while ago.
What did I tell you earlier? Get it
That was
together,
like-
Yumi.
That was like 8 extra levels. I did all the ones in the beginning and I'm running around. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't know I had a hammer.
When you were in the 8-2 spot and you were pulling up an item, you were sitting in that inventory for a few seconds. So I thought you were like checking it, and like I was sure that was where you were going to realize, oh, I still have the hammer. Let me pop that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oops.
I can't wait to watch this back. It's probably really good. And Yumi, you might have gotten me this time, but next time you are not going to be so lucky.
That was fun though. Nice 1-1 split. What
really
happened in the
was.
second seed? Like, what happened with you? Like, how was I had to be pretty
Honestly,
far ahead because
Honestly,
the
just
hammer there.
routing. Like, I was a couple. I know that I had to have been like at the point that you won. I was literally like a couple levels behind you. I think it was mainly my visitation of toad houses, some unnecessary deaths, and just not routing properly. But I mean, this was fun, and like I said in the other race room, Demon, what was up with those hammers?
Oh my god, there was like 100 like literally
Yeah,
like
that first
12
scene-
hammers in the first one.
That first seed had so many hammers right from the jump. Like, as soon as the first level popped up, 5-9, I was like, oh, here we go. This is my devil magic kicking in right here. But then, yeah, you guys just got like 1,000 hammers, and it's like, oh.
Seriously. And like, first it was hammers, and then you gave us fire enemy sets. Like, come on, Demon. Come on, man. Like, throw us a bone somewhere.
Hey, there's a reason why I was unofficially banned from rolling seeds for a little while, okay?
Well, I'm about to do it again. I'm gonna have to speak to whoever's in charge of you. But no, GG, seriously, Yumi, you earned it. And I couldn't have asked for a better opponent. And I'm looking forward to seeing you advance. So, because we're still in Swiss, we've still got Challenge Cup and everything, so I might see you again.
Yeah, it's fun. This game is a lot of fun. I'll probably be a regular in the tourney. I mean, a not great one, but who cares? It's a blast, right? Like, it's just a fun
Practice
game.
makes perfect, and there's always room for improvement.
Yep, and remembering that you have a hammer left.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
So, looking at the results at the moment, it looks like you get to join me in 1 and 3 for next week. Then.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is it just who else is? Or do we have a lot of people there in that 1 and 3?
It's gotta be what you, me, and Demon so far.
Yeah. It looks like it's you and me, and oh boy.
Who else?
Let's see if it. I don't know if it's been updated.
That's okay. I was just curious if we actually knew. I feel like we played pretty fast. I mean, the seeds weren't too long, but man, it's 12:30. It is like mucho bedtime. We gotta.
For you, maybe. This is my prime time. But GG's again, and good luck in your next races.
Yeah, you too, and thanks for doing the comms, Zeman. I appreciate that. It's always fun to get on air. We can watch it back, and
it's always fun to be able to sit here and help out with the community when I can. So
for sure. Sorry you had to do it by yourself, but I'm sure you did a good job.
Well, it's been a while since I've done it solo, so it feels good to actually get a little more practice in.
Yeah,
I'm sure we provided. I'm sure we provided plenty of entertainment.
Absolutely.
To talk about, like, what is that? What is he doing? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Awesome.
So let's see. Checking the tournament schedule. It looks like tomorrow we only have one race set up. It's going to be William in Texas versus Marky Mark 679 on SpeedGaming 3 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Friday the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Stewie Cartman versus Danny P. Speed with the channel not yet determined. And then we have a triple threat on Saturday with Vix Rider and Angelic Jade and Gorador versus Big Atas, both at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then Sharky 2107 wrapping it up with Leslie Pro 04 at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And that should be the end of our week 2.
Cool. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Thanks again. GG again, Angel.
You too, my dear. GG's.
All right, guys. Bedtime for me. I'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, it's time for us to wrap things up. So, on behalf of everyone in the community, on behalf of everyone for Speed Gaming, thank you guys for running, and thank everyone for watching. So, we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great night, everybody.
Night night.